Why? Do you not ask any short question, or is it just me that's incapable of giving a short answer? Like, any good Owen Hart ribs that you endured or were a part of? Okay, well, I never did any ribs, and I never partaked in helping any ribs. But I could tell you, Owen ribbed me. It was a good one too. But I'm gonna stretch my knee, Gangrel. So no, you see me stretching knees, you know it's a long story. So I'm gonna stretch it out. You may not see these legs moving under here, but they're stretching. You get grizzled up after 30-something years of wrestling. All right. Owen Hart. Man, you know, you guys have asked, whoever asked these ladies and gentlemen, whoever's asked, you've asked about some people that are really like, really dear to me and very, very, very special to me. So Owen I loved. And again, that comes back to the Hart family, right? The being in the dungeon and the respect. I love that whole family, even down to the brother-in-laws, Jim Neihart, everybody, you know, Davey Boy, and then and all the Harts, you know. Love them, love them, love them. They've been nothing but fantastic to me. And Bruce Hart, really, I owe a lot to, too. He's a creative mind. So, Owen Hart, let's get to Owen, who was just a dear. He's a saint in my book. Oh, but he will rib you like a devil. But he's a saint. His heart's golden, but his ribs are dark. But mine are very, very lightning. I mean, I'm going to give you two. I'll give you a short one, and then I'm going to give you the long one, okay? Do you got time for that? You guys are good with that? If not, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Just fast forward to the faster one, longer, whichever you want. So his stuff for me were like very simple. Like one time where I don't say it right, so everybody gets mad at me from Worcester. They say because I never get it right up there. So I'm sorry, all you dudes from the Boston area. So if I didn't get that right, but we were driving. It was a whiteout. Okay, now. I've made it clear earlier, if you've been listening, I'm from South Florida. You know that I'm from South Florida. I'm a Florida. I didn't even see snow until I went to Calgary the first time, but like, it's like I'm not a snow guy. And a whiteout, if you all know what a whiteout is, this is completely white. It's like a blizzard coming in. You can't see nothing. It's just white. So he's like, hey, I got to get home, get to Martha. I got to get a flight. I got to catch this flight. Can you give me a ride to the airport really, really fast? Swing by the hotel and grab my stuff. I'm like, sure. So he's like, come on, Dave, come on. And I'm like, I'm panicking. I'm breaking. I'm trying to drive. I cannot drive in snow. I mean, I can safely, but I cannot, like the pressure he was putting. Come on. I really got to get home and see her. I miss her, blah, blah, blah. So I make an hour trip in like a half hour in a whiteout, which is impossible. My nerves are wrecked. I'm pulling in. I go to pull into the hotel to drop him off. And I said, all right, Owen, I'll wait for you so I can take you to the airport. Go grab your stuff. And I sigh. I sit back and relax that I made it. And he goes, you know what, Dave? I think I'm just going to catch tomorrow's flight. I was like, what? He was just ribbing me because he knew I was from Florida. The whole time I'm thinking, why is this guy from Calgary who grew up in the snow driving this thing? And he's got me driving. But it was just a rip. So that was a short one. All right, so I'm going to stretch the knee and give it a long one. And I've told this one before, so a lot of you probably have heard this because he didn't rib me too terribly a lot like this. So we're in Philadelphia. I'm a creature of habit. I don't like change. I have the same gear bag all the time. Everything's put in the same place. I dress in the locker rooms. I'm usually like one of the first ones to the building, so I always grab a certain spot. Like I usually get in the corner or things. So very, very predictive, very, very, very creature of habit. So get into Philadelphia, or I walk in the locker room, but then they had all these. I don't want to say the wrong thing. The little people now, the wee people, the little people, like micros, whatever you all say now. I don't want to get all out there and get all heat and everybody get mad at me if I call them midgets. They're going to get all hot at me. So I'm going to say the little dudes, they were all in there. I'm like, what are these guys? Like, I dress in here. So I was kind of like uneasy because now my normal balance is off, my harmony's off. I'm like, what's going on here? And then and I kind of get a little scared sometimes of them. So like scare me a little bit. So because the dang Chucky movie, Chucky reminds me. I'm a little Chucky going around. Whatever, long story. But so I'm in there and I go like, I ain't giving up my spot, man. This is where I always dress. I have a creature of habit, so I sit down and get dressed. Whatever. The night goes by, night goes on, and I come back. It's like 9:30 or something. I was somewhere on the main show, and I go to get dressed, and I reach in to put my watch on, like what? Now, I grew up, like, I don't mean to beat a bush here or something like that, like, I go over and over, but I didn't come up with a lot, so I appreciated everything I had. So I bought a really nice watch, like this Tag watch, and really like that watch. And I go in there, and the watch is gone. So and it was wrong of me, but I started eyeballing all the little dudes. I was like, what's wrong with these little creature things stole? I'm like getting hot, man. I'm thinking like, how much heat am I gonna get if I go beat up one of those micros? I'm like, I wanted to go yell. I was like, who took my watch? But that's not my nature to do that. But I was like hurt. My watch was gone, and like I really loved it, and I paid a lot for it. And I don't really splurge on myself that much when it comes to material things like that. And but my gut said not to, and I followed it, And then so I'm like, heck, man. So I had a gym watch, like I would wear in the gym. I'm obsessed with time. I'm being early. I'm obsessed with time. Not watches, but just time, and being early and this and this and that. So I had an extra watch. I put it on, and I'm walking out past catering, and Owen's like, hey, Dave, what's up, Owen? He goes, what time is it? I think nothing of it. I look and go, it's 10 o'clock. And I walk on. Nothing. I didn't think anything of it. So life moves on. 3 months, 4 months later, I don't know. Back in Philadelphia. Probably about 3 months. I think the loop's like every 3 months. So I'm back in Philadelphia. Same spot, dressing, I go work. About the same time of night, I come back in to get dressed. I reach into my bag. Because, like I said, even if I would have changed bags, I would have bought the same exact bag. Creature habit. Once I know something, that's it. I stick with it. I go reach into my bag, and then there's my watch. I'm like, there's no way I overlooked this watch for 3 months. There's no way. Raymond, I'm telling you, no way I overlooked this watch, right? No way. I'm talking to my producer guy because he's looking at me like I'm crazy. So there's no way. I'm looking there, and I go, but I was so happy. My watch is there. I put it on, and I'm so confused. I'm so confused on how this watch did, but I'm grateful. Never once did I think I was ribbed or anything. Never once. I'm like, I put my watch on. I got pep in my step. I'm walking out, going past and catering, right about the same spot. I don't know how he could be such a master planner, but right about the same spot, there comes Owen again. Hey, Dave, what time is it? And I went, it dawned on me. Owen had my watch. I'm like, how did he do it? So it turned. I never even sold it because I didn't want no more to happen to me. So I just told him the time and kept moving, going, that son of a. And then you know what he did. So apparently, Brett had told me he. Took my watch and stuck it up in the ceiling. It pretty much left it there for the 3 months or whatever. And when we came back on that loop, and put it back in my bag, and I'm thinking, what if I would have got fired or something? I got hurt. I lost my watch, man. Yeah, that's my Owen. Those are my two Owens. He didn't really rib me that much. Owen was really, generally, really kind human being to myself and to Luna. He helped her through a lot of things and stuff like that. He's just a kind individual. But yeah, that's my Owen. Did I answer the question? So yeah, there's my own things. All right, man.